I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter, and this is the
Family Showdown! Hello. It's time for some shenanigans. Or maybe just a lot of board games.
Yeah.
Woo!
Not a lot of
Hello.
shenanigans tonight. There's a lot of talking about games.
Is the chat here? There's always shenanigans.
That's true.
Always shenanigans. Welcome to another live Tuesday. How's it going?
Good. I'm a little tired, but I'm okay.
Good. How are you doing?
We haven't done one of these variety shows in a while.
We have not.
It's been 5 weeks, I believe, since we've had a variety show. So,
Oh boy.
we have a
You can
lot
see
of games
what's
to talk
beside me.
You can't see them. There's a stack of games
said
over there.
if you could
There's
see.
a stack of games over there. There's more games over here, and there's more games everywhere.
Game's right here. This game's over there.
What was the count? 38
Eight.
games that we're going to talk about? A lot of games. So let's get started. You guys are doing well.
Yes.
Hope you have
Thinking of
a
y'all.
happy new year. That sort of stuff. Things.
Yes. Stuff and things.
Let's jump in.
Go.
I got to find the button.
Whoop, whoop.
Where is it? This
I don't know. Where is it? Dun, dun. I'm still one of these days. Life goals, bucket list. I'm going to be able to play that.
our
I'm gonna be
intro
able to play
music, our cutscene music.
Heck yeah, baby.
All right, folks. Let's see. Since we last talked about games we played,
Did we do that? We talk about games we play?
I played 24 games. It's a lot of games.
What?
Additionally, Rebecca played 4. I did not play. So we're going to do those at the end. As always, I rank these from worst to best.
What?
I don't see the infamous Tommy in the chat. I don't know if he's here or not.
Slacker.
But he introduced me to 5 new games, and they're all at the bottom of this. Pretty much at the bottom of the list.
What? Tradition.
All right, we'll start it off right away with
All
the
right.
only game I rate a 6. We played a ton of great games.
You guys, games.
So a lot of these
Games.
games
Good
games
games.
I was playing to kind of prepare for my top 100. So there's lots of great games on this list. But unfortunately, we're starting off with some not so great games. I don't own this game because this is one of the
Mics seem a bit hot.
what?
The mics are a bit hot,
All right, let me
according to the experts.
turn it down a little bit.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't want to blow out the mics while you get like on a good roll, you know.
Mike's Hard Lemonade. All right, let me know if that's better or worse or not.
That's a
not as
summer kind of
good.
thing.
All right, what am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing. Sorry. I threw off a groove.
Buttons. All right, so the worst ranked game, 24.
I can't believe you'd say such a thing.
Is a 6. Rebecca enjoyed it more than me, I believe, because I played it once.
I enjoy most games more than you.
2-player, and then she played it 4-player, and they seemed to be having a good time, but I did not enjoy the game. And that is Mining Colony.
Oh, that's not here. I don't know why I'm looking for it. I'm like, where is that?
Mining Colony.
I did enjoy this game, and I think you are,
Oh, then you talk about it.
as the kids say, cray cray.
I did not enjoy it very much. I gave it a 6. It's a meh minus,
Wow.
but
Just wow.
this is you. You're going to talk about it.
Don't put me on the spotlight.
Mining Colony. So it's a tile drafting. It's one of those polyomino games. So you're drafting these tiles. You're putting them in on your little board, and then there's some bonuses if you put certain types. They have little symbols on them, and if you match up the symbols just right, you get some points and things happen, and you're bored and you don't do much.
How do I top that? Okay, this isn't jumping out at me. I'm like, for some reason, my brain is.
It's where you get the tiles and you put the little spaceships and the crystals on the little tiles.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No,
forgettable.
No, it's not forgettable. My brain is broken, you guys. Okay, school started.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
No, it's okay.
Go ahead.
Fine.
What are you gonna say?
No, it's better than he says it is.
It's boring.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'll leave that for you to explore
Very
that
random,
for yourselves.
boring. I don't know.
Wow.
I didn't enjoy it.
Wow, Hunter.
You like polyomino games with a little extra?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. If polyomino Schmaliamino. You're killing me.
All right, let's move on to another game that was introduced to me.
I need more hot chocolate.
And I get this a 7, so it's okay. It's just okay. And that is...
I liked that game.
Fox Diamonds.
What does the fox say? Foe.
The fox says, "Don't play this game."
What? Oh my gosh, the smack talk. See, Paul, back me up. That was fun. Mike Colony was fun.
Foe Diamonds.
Like crazy.
It's a tricked up. If you play Diamonds, it's the trick taking game that basically the suits have superpowers.
Yeah.
This one's very similar, except
they're foe.
Instead of the suits having superpowers, they have it's like a stock market kind of thing. So basically, when you take a trick or you play off suit, you get a bonus, and there's little tracks that have points on them, and some of the tracks go increase in value and then reset. Other tracks kind of bounce all over the place. So you kind of got to jump in and get points for your suits. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun for something different. I would put it along that same level as Diamonds. It's funny that they both have that same theme. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
I'm sure it's exactly like the game. They just tricked it up.
Yeah, and it's kind of a matter of personal preference, what kind of mechanisms you like, which one you're going to like more. I would think of people are going to probably tend towards Diamonds more because it feels a little less swingy, perhaps. Well, not swingy, because they're both swingy games.
It's a little more random,
but
you don't know what you're necessarily going to get when you do.
But it might be more complicated because things kind of can change with the amounts on the diamonds, and that might be confusing for some people that have never played games like that before, where the other Diamonds game, you've got the little like card that tells you, okay, if you're doing this, you get to do this, and it never changes, right? So that's kind of, I would think, might be a little easier for people to pick up. So it kind of depends on preferences and stuff like that. It's fun.
All right, so let's know about the sound. I didn't see a comment about the sound, but
okay.
The thing, this thing is really weird because it's compared to Diamonds, it has more strategy and more randomness, which is really weird to me. There's more strategy to it, but it even injects even more randomness to it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, for me personally, it's kind of a weird combo of more strategy, more random. It's really weird. But anyway.
But like, yeah, it's a like Kabuki says too, you have to like trick-taking games, of course. That's kind of a given with those particular types of games.
I'm meh about those. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Let's move on to another game that was introduced to me. I won't say by who. But this one went over really well. I actually rate this one an 8. It's the lowest of my 8s on this list, but I give it an 8. And that is, I gotta find the button. This one. Slow Clover.
Slow Clover?
Slow Clover. So Clover.
I liked this game.
This game was okay. The only reason it's kind of low is because it's kind of an activity. And it's kind of just a...
What's wrong with an activity every so often?
It's okay.
Telestrations.
It's an 8. It's good. It's an 8.
No, I
gave it an 8. Barely an 8, but it got an 8.
This is a hoot.
It's a fun little party game, but it's one of those where you don't keep score and you just kind of do it. So it's not like there's no arc to the game. There's no flow. It just.
But it's funny and it's hilarious because you start to get in. It's another one of those games you kind of get into the mind of the people that are doing stuff. Oh my goodness, Michael, Clover rated, gross. I think this one would be really fun to play like with a really big group of people. We played it with 4. And it was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed it.
I don't know
for a party game to get an 8 out of me, it has to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, and it was just hilarious because, I mean, I find it interesting that you've got 2 words and you could look at them as isolated things and try to find something together. Or I found that, of course, my brain's wired differently too. I tended to combine the words and then try to think of a clue of them in concert. Which is, it's 2 different things, right?
Right. You were definitely on a different wavelength on how you were doing the words.
But once you guys figured that out, you all click on it and you figure out how I made the clues really easily. It was really neat to see like how we were all thinking about the clues and what things come to mind. And I find that amusing. It was a lot of fun because all of the clues on those little tiles, turning them around. And it's funny how, as the person who's it and making that, you zero in on your words. And I didn't even pay attention to the other words around there sometimes.
Yeah.
And I noticed on like that one that you had, we turned it and some of the clues kind of worked another way. So we're debating which one's better. And the whole time you probably just didn't even, you're like, I know I didn't think about my other pieces, so if there was another one that fit better, I wouldn't have even noticed because I was just working with what I had. So it really sometimes can make it a little more challenging for the people guessing too, because you also were throwing in these distraction tiles. You have extra tiles to guess from, and I don't know. I find it a lot of fun. The discussions and stuff with that were really amusing too.
I enjoyed it. It was fun. So, it was a hoot and a holler.
A hoot and a holler, as they say. All right,
let's move on to my 21. Another 8. We got lots of 8s, so they're gonna be 8s until I tell you they're not 8s, because there's lots of them. This is one of Rebecca's faves, but it's a little too light for me to. I think it's on your side. Yes. It's right there on top.
This one?
Yes.
You put this as an 8?
Yes.
What?
It's an 8 for a light little card game. That's pretty good. Oh, you're happy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like this game.
Usually I get a little box like this, and Hunter's like, I'll humor the wife.
Like this one. We've talked about this one several times.
We have.
So we're going to go kind of quickly on this one. We've got so many games to talk about. But it's just a kind of a card drafting game where half the cards are point cards and half the cards are how you score points. So you got to kind of divide and conquer between that, kind of like point salad, where it has the 2 different kinds of cards. This one's very similar in that way.
Salad, flowers,
I don't know.
flowery.
It's a good
plants.
one. Oh, I never took Slow Clover off. Go away, Slow Clover.
Coraloo's like, so clover.
All right,
I love it.
So,
troll the IT guy.
I always forget to take those off. It's a good one if you like Herbaceous. This one's in the same kind of universe as Herbaceous in terms of weight and kind of how it plays with the set collections and things like that. So it's just a different way to draft the cards.
And it's that ridiculously gorgeous art. Does it have the artist?
I don't know.
Hey, whatever. Whoever drew this is lovely. They did a lovely job. Oh, they've got 3 developers on there, but I don't see a... Anyway.
I really should credit artists more often than they do.
Especially as much as you're sucked into the games by them, right? Some do, some don't credit their artists more than others. And it's just...
Now I gotta know.
It's Clover staying its welcome. Oh my gosh. Michael, what happened? Did someone hit your pun button tonight? This is... Oh, goodness.
Clementine Cam Pardue. Cam Pardue. I don't know.
Excellent job, Pardue.
Anyway,
love it.
We'll move on.
It's gorgeous.
We talked about it more than we should.
Gorgeous. How dare you, good
let's move on to my number 20. I don't know where it is. We got so many games.
Just tell me the game and I'll hunt it down. I got you.
Newton? Where'd you put Newton?
That's over here.
Oh. Newton.
Newton. So late to the party game.
This one of these style games, these science-y kind of games, and I think it's a different game publisher than Genotype, but a lot of people prefer Newton over Genotype. I'm the other way around. I like Genotype more. This one, I wanted to like it more than I did. I enjoyed it quite a bit because it got an 8, but I really wanted to like it more, but it was just a lot of moving around kind of on tracks, and it just didn't feel, with Genotype, it feels like you're getting these different genomes or whatever you want to call them and mixing them together and doing stuff. This one just like you're kind of moving around on tracks. It doesn't really feel like you're doing sciencey stuff.
Doesn't feel like Newton,
So it's not by the Genius Games or whoever who actually injects a lot of science into it. This is kind of a
overarching theme kind of thing that they
pasted on theme to it. But it's good. It's a good little Euro game, but it wasn't what I was expecting. I wanted to feel like science, and it wasn't science.
Right.
So that's kind of why it got dinged a little bit.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
What?
Sorry, the chat has been on fire tonight.
Big Newtons. All right. Let's move on to one of Rebecca's.
It's not a cookie. It's a fruit Newton.
Any opinions on Newton?
I enjoyed it. But you're right. It's almost like false advertising. I keep thinking we're going to have another Genotype-esque game.
It didn't feel sciencey. So
yeah.
All right. So let's move on to my number 19.
You guys are
one of Rebecca's faves.
I'm assuming it's this.
No, it's a picture. Dominion Menagerie. I didn't want to get the giant Dominion case and bring it over here. But we got Dominion Menagerie about a month ago at a game store. What was it? It was... It was the game store where you had the the EFW virtual auction flea market thing.
Yeah.
And we went. There's a game store that kind of allowed us to use their parking lot.
Oh yeah,
went. I forget what the name of it is. It's in Louisville.
Paul, do you remember what it was called?
Anyway, I don't remember the name of the place, but we went in to buy a game, and this is the only game they had that we were interested in.
Yeah, we were.
That were interesting.
Like,
we tried to buy a little something to kind of support them. So Dominion Menagerie, I really loved this game. This may be my second favorite expansion.
Yeah, this one was fun.
I really enjoyed this one. This one had a lot of kind of one-use cards, which is kind of unique in Dominion. It's like you gain all these horses. There's different cards, but one of them's horses, the one we played with. And you gain all these horse cards, but when you play them, they're really powerful, but they're
one-shots.
You discard them after you're done. So you gain all these horses. And
you don't discard them, you trash them.
Well, I mean, discard them back to the supply.
Yeah.
Basically. So, not discard, you're right, trash, discard, put them back in the supply.
Dominion meringue.
But I really enjoyed that because you kind of build up this massive play and you play all these horse cards and get this big
herd of horses.
And then they all go away and you have to kind of restock them. So
I loved that. That was a lot of fun.
I can't recall Dominion have a lot of one-use cards, and this one really had kind of focused in on that. So
yep.
And it had this exile thing where you exile cards. So instead of trashing cards out of your deck, they go to this exile spot. Mm-hmm. And they're still considered part of your scoring, but they're not in your deck. So it's a way to kind of cull cards out of your deck, but not trash them. So it's a way to get kind of your point cards. If you know Dominion, the point cards are useless. They're basically clog your deck. You can get those and put them in this exile spot, and then it cleans up your deck, but you still score them at the end of the game, which is really cool. I really like this.
It's good. It was good.
The only expansion I like better is Prosperity. This one may be my second favorite expansion for Dominion.
It's really good. So I'm just laughing because everybody's coming up with new names for Dominion: meringue pie,
menagerie,
meningitis, or something. I don't know what all you had. And then Paul, what I was quoting is, oh my gosh. So back in the day when they had Fig Newton commercials all the time, they always had these snooty little kids. And somebody would, like their mom or somebody would say, oh, look at you eating cookies. And he always had a British voice. It was so weird. He's like, it's not a cookie, mother. It's a fruit Newton. And you're like, oh, hoity toity. I don't know how this catered to the kid crowd. And you're like, I must have these. But I just always think of that every time I hear Fig Newtons now. It's not a cookie, mother. I know. It's crazy.
Apparently there's a different show going on this.
There's the squirrel and the hamster wheel right now, okay?
All right. So let's move on to my number 18. Number 18, it is Raw. Raw. It looks like it's on your side somewhere.
He is the fun god. Raw.
So we finally got to play Raw. This is one of the games I'm playing in the World Series of board gaming.
You go with your bad self.
The reason it got 8, I think I'll like it more, but we played it 2-player, and it's an auction game. It actually worked really well 2-player, but I know it's going to be better with more players. So I'm looking forward to playing this with the full 4 players.
Yep.
And right now it's sitting at 8, but definite potential to move up. It's a straight auction set collection kind of game. You're putting out tiles. Eventually someone calls Raw. This big auction happens. You have bidding tokens that have numbers on them. Whoever bids the highest number gets the tokens. And there's kind of a set collection. There's tiles that score every round, and there's tiles that score at the end of the game. There's tiles that will destroy other tiles and all sorts of crazy stuff. And it's kind of press your luck because eventually you're putting these raw tiles out, and if the raw tile's still up, that ends the round and it stops. So if you still have bidding tokens left over, oh well, you don't get to use them. So you got to kind of plan. But if you work it out where you're the only person left, everyone else has already used all their tokens, you can kind of press your luck kind of solo style.
Right.
And I really enjoyed that part. But I really want to play this with more players. So
yeah.
Raw.
This is the one that is getting reprinted.
Yes, there's a reprint coming out in the summer by 25th Century Games, I want to say, is coming out with a brand new version. It's just a reprint. You're not changing any rules. But if you go to the Raw website, there's a 25th Century thread, and they're talking about when it's going to come out, and it looks like it's going to be summertime.
Gotcha.
The 25th Century version is actually the official version they're going to use for the World Series of board gaming. So it has to come out before September. So.
Heck yeah. Oh, that was the other thing I saw in the chat that I forgot. Somebody had mentioned, I'm sorry I forgot your name, I didn't write it down. They mentioned that they had just gotten fleet captains, but they want you to show up to Dice Tower West so you can teach them how to play.
I'd love to teach you how to play Fleet Captains. I love that game. Yeah. But no, we're not going to Dice Tower West this year. If we don't do the cruise next year, I might go by myself to Dice Tower West.
Yeah.
Or maybe I go early and she shows up Friday night kind of thing.
That's true. We could probably do something like that because it's just a really horrible time to
I really want to go to West. I really want to do it. I think Tim, the person that runs
Tim
it,
is
I think
so
he puts
awesome.
on. I bet he puts on a great convention.
Heck yeah.
All right, number 17. All right, it's right here. It's on my side now. Number 17. I got.
No, it's not.
Project L. I got rid of Dominion. I do it. Project L. I really enjoyed this one. This is a super light, fluffy polyomino game, but it's
fun. It's very tactile.
It's very just plays super fast.
It's sleek looking.
It's interesting. It's got nice little plastic polyomino bits. It feels like you're playing Tetris in a way. You pull off some really good combos that make you feel great about life.
It really does, though. I mean, you're just like, yeah, I built something. You know, it's just a fun, because it's almost like a little engine builder, too, because you're getting a piece every time. And
you can build up to bigger and bigger pieces.
Right? Yes.
I really enjoyed this one. This one's kind of hard to get because it's kind of in and out of print. But if you're looking for a super light polyomino game, this is a great one. This only takes 5 minutes to teach it.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's so easy. I love it.
But I like it. It makes me feel good.
You're right. There's greasy handprints on it. Who touched this and was eating pizza?
I see that?
Yes, Kabuki called it.
It's got this matte finish.
It's got a weird
that really
finish on it.
picks up oils. Here, I'll write my name on it.
Oh, gross! No, give me that. Ew. Okay.
All right, let's move on to number 16. I give this one 8. This is another one we don't own. But see, this one wasn't introduced by Tommy, so it's a better game.
Okay, sorry.
This one was
dogging on Tommy
introduced by the infamous,
What's up, Tommy?
the infamous Paul in chat.
Oh, he's infamous now?
Infamous.
Sweet.
Notorious.
The notorious Paul.
Chinatown. I've always wanted to play Chinatown. I got to play Chinatown.
I did not play that game.
No, is that Madness?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Okay, I was like, wait a second.
We met up at Madness Comics and Games, played us some Chinatown. This is a classic. Came out in 1999.
Whoa, way back.
Ancient.
That was like 10 years ago, right?
No, 23 years ago, which is kind of scary.
I'm so old.
So Chinatown, this is a tile drafting, auction, tableau building thing, market stuff game. It's got a lot going on. So the main gist is that it's kind of like if you've ever played Acquire, you get these cards that have a grid. There's all these buildings on the board, and it's got all these numbers, like grid numbers on it. Mm-hmm. You get a card, you're drafting some cards, you pick which cards you want to keep, and then you put like ownership markers on all these different locations on the board. Then there's this kind of like trading thing where you can trade the different locations, and there's little tiles with different kinds of businesses. Trying to make tons of money. It's a really interesting game. The only reason I gave it an 8 and maybe not a higher number is it seemed to me that you can really kind of dig into the numbers, and it's not like really a nebulous value like this building is worth maybe $80 or $90. You can actually say this building is going to earn me $150 over the rest of the game.
Oh, so you can AP that math.
You can go, okay, well, my building's worth $300 to you, but your building's only worth $280 to me, so you need to give me $20 to equal out the thing. You can really dig into the math on this. So I didn't like it, especially the last round. You know exactly how much everything's worth. Yeah. So it's almost not even worth trading because you're only going to do an even deal at the last round of the game. Okay. So there's not even worth really doing any trades unless you're trying, like someone's way ahead and you're trading among the people that are not ahead. Mm-hmm. So it's really kind of this weird thing. The trading piece kind of is a little weird to me. That's why it kind of got pushed down a little bit. So there's a lot of trading games you go, oh, yours is about worth the same as mine. Okay, let's trade. This one's like, no, yours is worth 50 to me. Mine's worth 70 to you. You need to give me $20 to equal the trade out, that kind of thing. So anyway.
Very cool.
That was the only reason why it kind of pushed down a little bit.
You know, it's proof positive, too, that you guys in chat are awesome because every time we meet somebody and we get to play games with them, it's like, that was really fun. Let's play some more. It's like, everybody, I mean, it's been so much fun, like, meeting you guys over, like, the course of the last few years and stuff.
Yell at us. We'll meet up somewhere.
This has been so much fun. You guys are just awesome.
All right, let's move on. I'm actually going to clear it out first. Look at this. I can be taught.
Whoa!
All right, we're gonna move on to my number 15. This also gets an 8. I really wanted this to be a 10. I was like so hopeful for this game,
John.
but it was kind of just really good. And that is Container.
Are you kidding? This was gold. If nothing else than to relive the exciting memes and all the things that brought about the supply chain drama of this year.
Oops.
You broke the internet. Okay,
Break
so
the internet. I minimized the chat.
This just screamed evergreen meme all over it. I could not think of it like the whole game.
I really enjoyed this game quite a bit.
It's actually really good.
But I was like thinking it was going to blow me away. Like, oh, this is amazing. But it's good. It's good. It's a really good game. But it's not like crazy good.
Yep.
I think I want to play it with more players. We played it 3-player. I kind of want to do the 5-player thing. But it's got the 10th anniversary edition. It's got crazy bits and crazy.
This is why this game is awesome. I don't even care.
The big giant boats.
Yes. Oh crap! It's under here.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
I didn't get them out.
Look at these.
You can't do it that way.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Be careful.
I did it. Boop boop.
The boats are
look at
ridiculous.
this, and it's made out of like plaster. They're heavy.
It's I think it's resin.
It feels like plaster to me. I don't care what he says. It's probably resin. Well, I didn't bang it against the table to see if it snapped. Give me that. It's green.
It's green. What does that have to do with anything?
I'm going to sneak in here and just write evergreen and marker over the Mercury Games thing and just to troll Hunter. I was doing all sorts of stupid things. Everyone
it's a really fun game.
The whole game.
I wanted to love the game, and I don't love the game.
In the way that it works. Maybe it's okay. It really does work, but maybe I just don't understand the shipping industry well enough. As we're going through some of these, I'm like, stop.
You had it. It was perfect.
It was perfect.
You had
almost.
You had it.
No, I didn't.
No, it's messed up again.
Oh my gosh, I had it. Just
you had it. You don't know why you.
Yeah, it's a really pricey game because of those ridiculous pieces, I'm sure. But just the way you trade, it throws me off because you like have 2 levels of storage containers, and you auction from people's storage containers in the back. But you're putting those in your storage facilities in the front, and then other people are bringing their boats to them. So it's at first like wrapping my brain around the trail that your containers are doing on the way to this island that's in the middle just threw me for a loop for a little while. I don't know why. It just seemed a little, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's two different levels of
a little strange
of transactions. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I loved it, but it wasn't. I really wanted to be like, I wanted this to be one of my favorite games, and it's definitely not one of my favorite games.
Zeros wants to know, do you have the 2021 expansion for Container that adds 4 weeks to the game? I tried to make my own, and I was ignored.
She actually took a picture on Twitter. Follow her on Twitter. She put her boat like smashed against stuff and stuff.
Just blocking the harbor.
So we had to like go around her to get her stuff done.
I had fun. They ignored me.
All right, let's move on to my number 14. We're still in the 8s until I say otherwise. And this is probably one of my shockers. There's a couple of shockers for last year. This is one of them. The other one's coming up here in a few minutes of last year, and that is...
It really is, Chris.
Picture Perfect.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
I totally bought this for Rebecca. I thought, I'll suffer through this game for Rebecca, and I enjoy it more than she does. I love this game.
It's so funny you do.
I love this game.
It's fun.
And it's not really doing the picture and the organizing. I like the
auction and the trading.
And the trading and stuff is interesting to me. So
yeah,
I really enjoyed it. We played it 2-player. It worked well. We played it 3. We played it 4. We actually played it 5. It only goes to 4, but
the expansion.
Arcane Wonders had it set up for 5.
Oh, was that what it was?
They can open up 2 boxes and set it up for 5.
Oh, that's why. But that was fun chaos too.
I think there is a 5-6 player expansion for this. You're right. I think there is.
I could have sworn there was. Because I was like, I thought this was legit. I didn't think we were like cheating by doing that because I don't know. But it's a riot. This game is so funny. This is a more the merrier kind of game to me because that. I mean, we had fun 2-player, but it doesn't have that same.
Isn't the same.
It's not, and it doesn't have that same crazy just free for all trading because the items on the table are kind of like a currency too, and you use those to bid and trade back and forth, and you're just either collecting or losing them right and left as you're wheeling and dealing, trying to get as much information as possible. It's actually this was a surprise to me.
Yeah,
like I thought, oh, this will be one that's like, oh, that was cute. Next, No, it's actually a keeper. It's
And I
really
don't know
fun.
if I will ever play this 2-player again.
Yeah, because it's just that much better.
What I like about it is the trading and the auctions, and the 2-player is very, very straightforward. Not much going on with that. So
Yeah.
it's a good one. It's a fun little game, family weight game. It's a good one.
You can see Hunter enjoying a game, or he can get his picture taken. He's so shy. Look at him. He doesn't like to be in front of the camera. What are you doing? You're supposed to hide behind the paper.
All right, let's move on to another one I love. This one, it's interesting. The game, there's not much to the game, but it's so mean that it's fun. We were like laughing.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
And that
I love
is
this game.
Star Trek Galactic Enterprises. This is a cutthroat.
You're Ferengi.
Cutthroat bidding, auction, trading, negotiation kind of game, but it's like so backstabby, so mean.
It's Ferengi.
It's so mean that you actually you can't help but laugh at how mean people are being to each other.
I mean, you can go in and be like, well, yeah, let's make a deal. We're both, because you'll get the same product and you get to set the price together. You're like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it at this. But then you can undercut the price, and it's the lowest price that's going to get paid out. So you can make a deal together and get more together, or you can be a total jerk and like undercut. And I have a feeling with 8 players, this would be pure insanity. I want to play it that way someday.
I cannot imagine the trading phase and the negotiation, whatever they call it.
Who asked if you could play with Ewoks? Neutral, you are so banned.
Anyway, this is based on another game. I have no idea what the name of it is. This is a retheming of it. It's just a mean trading, auction, negotiation style game.
And Chris, you are correct. Like, you want to get into character with this game. It's absolutely true. And we talked smack. We talked about the rules of acquisition. Of course, there are rules of acquisition on the playing card.
Every single card has a different one. Let's read one.
Yes, please.
All right. Rule of acquisition 43. Feed your greed, but not enough to choke on it. Rule of acquisition 54. Rate divided by time equals profit.
There you go.
Anyway, this is a good one.
Fun.
I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, I think this is definitely only certain groups are going to like this game.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's so
This
cutthroat.
is going to be, some people are going to
like negotiating.
completely despise this game because it is mean. It requires you to be outgoing and active
this is very outgoing.
Talking and discussing and bidding and negotiation and all this stuff. If you're kind of a wallflower and you don't like attacky stuff, then this is not the game for you. But it's fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know why I keep giving them to you.
No, it's not a Flux variant, Corlu. The rules of acquisition are just the rules to live by doing business with the Ferengi, and so they have quotes of those at the bottom. But the cards are very consistent and are for
those are just flavor
just
text.
Quotes at the bottom. Yeah,
the flavor text.
Yeah, and flavor text. Thank you.
If you watch Deep Space Nine, they use those all the time.
Oh yeah. It's
all right.
Fantasy Business is the name of the.
Oh, is that the old one?
Yeah. Good job, peeps.
All right, so let's move on. We're into the 9s. We've arrived. We've arrived with the 9s.
Wow, there's a lot of games left. This makes me happy.
First one of the
happy.
9s. Okay. Search for Planet X.
This is so good.
So we played this some. I played it solo. A few times.
And you liked it, you said.
I enjoyed it quite a bit solo. I don't like solo games, but I was forced to play a solo game because somebody was napping. Anyway,
I'm really into this.
This is a great logic puzzle deduction style game. Uses an app. You have to have an app to run it, but the app works really well. You basically just say,
really good.
You just punch a few buttons and it tells you, it gives you, that way you can get secret information. And it can have it basically randomizes the location of things. So you can play this game over and over and over and over again with the app because it gives you a different, what do the kids call it? A little different, I don't know. Anyway, different versions of the game. I'm sure there's probably thousands and thousands of combinations.
Oh, the different variants? That you can, yeah.
And this one has lots of different difficulty levels. You can play on basic, you can play it on advanced.
So good.
Among those two, I think there's 3 different levels in each of those. So there's always, you can find what level is the right amount of challenge for you and your group, or if you're playing solo for yourself. I really enjoy it. I don't seek out these kind of games, and this one was.
But we might now after this and some other games.
Alchemist, yeah. It's
awkward guess.
I basically kind of got this one for Rebecca, and then I really enjoyed it. I think she likes it more than I do, but I enjoy it quite a bit. But it's not my kind of game, but it works, and it's a 9, so it's really good.
That's true. Zeris plays well over Zoom because you can share the code thingy.
Yeah, it's like a lot of those, like, what do they call those, Jackbox games?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you do a little code, and you just tell them the code, and they type in the code, and you guys can play. You would each need a board, or at least have someone running a board where you can see what you're doing and stuff like that.
Easy. Yeah.
The app's free,
so
obviously.
Worth it.
And
it's good.
It's a good game. I enjoyed it.
Really good game.
It's a good one.
Highly recommend that one. Love it.
Move on to my number 11. These are all 9s until I say otherwise.
Woo!
And this is the one I talked about a minute ago, the one of my surprises for last year. This is the other big surprise for last year.
I like that, Gardner.
And that's Hadrian's Wall.
Hey, you gay.
So this is a rolling right, flipping right, what do we want to call it? You flip a thing. But this is like
flipping right.
Flipping right. Anyway, this one feels like a heavy Euro game to me because there's a lot of resource management to it. It's heavy. This is the heaviest rolling right style game that I've seen. It is kind of a bear to teach, but once you learn how to play, we jumped right back in and played it pretty easily. There's a few little kind of weird rules that you got to kind of relearn, but other than that, we're good. What are you laughing?
Kabuki's calling it Ream of Paper the game. Neutral is saying that this should be rethemed Hadrian's Tree. Like, you get the theme because the pads of paper are this thick. And
somebody must have watched my video.
Yeah, I was going to say
today.
There's some
For those that haven't seen the video, I'll show you what they're talking about. So this game,
just becoming a solo gamer.
I am. I haven't played this solo. I was forced to solo game. So when we played this at Board Game Geek Con, and they had laminated sheets, like so it's placed up to 6. So they had 12 sheets. You need 2 laminated sheets per player. So they had 12 little laminated sheets. When it came in the mail, I picked it up. And I'm like, what is in this box? I'm like, I'm trying to think. I'm like,
because it's
did we get like cardboard meeples or resources instead of wooden? I'm like, what is the? No, it's got
the trees right there.
Look at this. This is crazy. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee used to come with a pretty thick pad, but this is just off the chart.
Yeah. Whatever. We're playing this game for.
The box is 2/3 paper.
The solid paper.
2/3 of the box.
I think Ream of Paper the game is a pretty appropriate. The game? Yeah, it's appropriate. Hadrian's Ream.
Whoa.
Of paper. I don't even want to know where that direction went.
Whoa.
To change the subject, you psycho. You have cards out.
Here, fix this.
Someone said Planet X as a stream game? ? Ooh, me likey. If we can keep our camera from freezing.
The problem with streaming it is that how would it work? Would there be one person? Yeah, we'd have to just have a couple people play. I don't know how that would work. I had to think about it.
Or maybe we can do we still haven't done this, and I think it'd be fun sometime. We just need to organize it. Have a like Zoom meeting thing or something. People could join and play smaller game kind of thing. That would be fun too.
Now this one could easily. No, it can't. Man, I don't know.
No, this one.
I had to think about it.
No, but Planet X, we could do that. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, play along if we do a live play of Planet X.
The problem is that you have to move the pieces on the board to be able to know.
Yeah.
Because when you do actions, it spends time. So there's pieces you'd have to move on the board. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a true.
It's close. We could probably work out a way.
I mean, a couple people could play.
Every showdown is after dark. Oh my goodness, Hawk Skull, you're hardcore too. We need to give Hawk Skull pretty much as many props as who's our
wow, three. Let me figure out where you're at. So 3:30. Oh, England?
Yeah. They said.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you mean is that right? He said it earlier. So Hawk Skull, you're hardcore. Hardcore.
He probably thought your voice was horrible when you were doing the Fig Newton. Did she do a good British accent?
Oh Oh my gosh. Please don't ask any experts about my accents. I don't claim
let's
any
move on.
expertise.
Let's move on.
There goes the ring,
remember back when I did Newton, I mentioned genotype. Well, here it is, genotype.
Oh, science. What was that earlier? For science.
Genotype. I love this one more than Newton because it feels sciencey. It feels like you're learning stuff.
You're learning stuff.
I talked about this one several times, so I'm not going to go too far into it, but it's a dice drafting worker placement game where you're fulfilling contracts and you're manipulating the Punnett sound squares. What are they called?
Punnett squares.
Yeah, those squares.
Puget Sound again with you and the Puget. Oh man.
Anyway, I love this game.
Technical difficulties.
Genius Games does a great job. I've enjoyed all their games. This is my favorite of the ones I've played of theirs.
Yep.
It's a good one. I love it.
Tis good.
We talked about it fairly recently, so I'm going to move on. Move on to another game we talked about at length. Res Arcana, my number 9. Res Arcana. This is one of her all-time favorites.
Heck
yeah. It was number 6 on her top 100.
Heck yeah.
It's a little card game where you're resource management. You're kind of racing to victory points. Let's see what else is going on. You have a kind of a small little deck of cards. It's only like 8 cards. You can either do randos, which we don't do, or you can actually do a drafting.
We
draft
love that.
the cards. You're trying to find cards that work well together.
Drafting is
and then
fun.
you're working your way through your deck, playing those cards to build a tableau where you're getting resources. Eventually, those resources are used to get victory points, and then it's a race to get a certain number of victory points.
It's good.
We played with both the expansions, and they both work really well.
Amazing. So, wait a minute, Hawk Skull. You said find me in a month. Are you going on the cruise?
That's quite a flight all the way to Fort Lauderdale from England.
I know. I'm like, dude, you better tell us. That'd be amazing.
All right, let's move on. My number 8. Right. Still doing the 9s.
I love that
still in the 9s.
So
lots and lots of 9s.
Expansions fit in the box for Res Arcana. It's a win.
Furnace.
Super good win. Another surprisey. We love this game. I was turned off by the theme because I'm like dirty industrial.
But just call your little blue cubes like what they could be what's a blue candy? I don't know very many blue candies.
Blue raspberry?
Yeah, raspberry candy, and call your little oil things little chocolate cubes. You can do whatever you want. Just make up your own thing.
Well, and it's funny. I think the cover is kind of like off-putting to me, but really it's not. It's just like factories building.
I think
it's an engine builder.
I think they're going all in on the engine building thing, right?
Yeah, they're going like full in.
They're going full furnace.
Gross.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either, but I love it. Somehow it works.
This game is great. It feels like a big, crunchy engine building game that you play in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, and it's surprisingly good.
Got a great bidding system.
I normally am like, I'm bidding. This bidding system is so good.
And it's got superpowers. Everybody's unique.
Well, and what's cool, like the bidding, if you it's like you, even when you lose, you win something. Yeah, there's consolation prizes.
You may want to lose.
Because if you lose, you get some activity at the top of the card that you get to do, or free resources.
Right.
And then at the bottom, when you win, then you actually get the card and you get to put it in your engine builder. So it's like sometimes you just want the resources, so you'll put a crummy bid down and be like, yes, I just got resources.
I need 2 of the raspberry candies. You put your 2 on there. And hope someone else bids you, or if someone's already bid a 3 or a 4, you can go there and put your 2, and you're going to get basically whatever you bid. If you don't win, you get that many resources or that many transactions on the card, and then the card goes to the winner. So.
Right.
And the 2-player works really well. There's a dummy player, but it's just kind of random what he does.
And it's actually not too bad.
No, it works fairly well.
It's actually pretty good.
I don't think we've ever got I can't believe that happened with the.
Well, there's been a couple times I really wanted resources and I ended up with the card because of the way that they did or something, or just something
But
weird.
if you really want the resources, you really should go to a spot that you know you're going to be out. Yeah. That's already outbid, right?
Every once in a while, but it really, again, it's not like a world ender if the bidding kind of gets funky with that. So yeah, the 2-player variant's great with this.
All right.
Still get to the same thing. Hawk Skull says they're on the cruise. Hawk Skull, hunt us down on the cruise. That would be so awesome. I'm so stoked. Assuming it all still happens, right?
Find us.
Yes.
Zeros found us.
That's true.
We didn't even know it was them until
you need to tell us who you are and what your handle is, you sneaky buggers.
All right, let's move on to a surprise game, another classic. This one kind of, I thought I was going to like it, but I didn't realize I was going to like it as much as I do. And that is Goa.
You go play this game some more, huh?
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this game. It's from 2004.
Yeah, it aged well.
Hans and Gluck. Hans, I don't know German.
Gardner too? Yes, Gardner's going to be on the cruise too. You guys are greatness.
Oh, Trogdor?
Yeah, Trogdor's going to be on the cruise.
Nice.
Trogdor. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be so
I got to get a picture with Trogdor. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, you did tell us. You're right, Larry. You did tell us your handle eventually. Hunter's.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
Goa, this is a trading in the Mediterranean game with not really trading. It's more of an auction, bidding, tableau building. But what I like about it is you have this kind of player board where you have all the different actions you can take, and you can spend resources and make those actions better and better and better. So it's almost kind of engine building in a way in terms of your transactions are getting better and better. You can choose which ones you want to get better at. There's like 6 different actions, and you can improve each of those actions and make them better. So as you're constantly getting resources and churning out, and making your actions better and better. And the further you go down on those tracks is where you get a good chunk of your points, is how far you get down on all those 6 different tracks. I really like this game. It's got a cool auction system where you pick spaces and you're auctioning tiles off. I really enjoyed it. This blew me away. I thought it was going to be not enjoy it, but it's a super dry Euro. It's crazy dry, no theme, but I really like how those improving your skills work, how you improve your actions work. I really enjoyed that part of it. Really liked it.
I was surprised. Now, it didn't quite click for me as well as it did for you, so I got just kicked.
Pretty good.
But I really enjoyed that too, because your little player mat in front of you as you're trying to build up your little engine for everything, and you're like, come on, baby, you can do it, just trying to maximize everything, and it's good stuff. So it's pretty fun.
It's a classic. It has there's a newer name for this, Goa Traders of Goa or something. It has a new name, but this is the original Rio Grande OG version of it.
The original game version?
The original OG, Old Goa. All right.
We're just on fire.
Move on to my number 6. We're still in the 9s. Yep.
Oh, man. This was fun to bring back out. You actually beat me at this.
I did.
For the first time ever. Usually I destroy him.
He does.
You stole my chocolate boats.
I didn't get all the chocolate boats.
No, you didn't.
I got some of the chocolate
You didn't
boats.
let me run away with the chocolate boats.
This is the one that plays better with more. This is really more of a...
Whatever, it's fun.
4, 5, 6-player game.
No, it's not.
I think
It's
it
great
plays up to
2-player.
6.
It's great 2-player.
It's okay 2-player.
Wow, how rude.
No, I really enjoy it 2-player.
Wow, how rude.
But it's amazing. It's amazing.
That's true.
With more players.
It's pretty wild.
It's a worker placement game where you have specialized workers. So you start with like 5 crappy workers, and you can eventually buy buildings that give you more workers. I call them buildings, little tiles that give you more special workers. You can also take those workers and put them on spots to give you specialized workers for the next round. There's some area control going on the board.
Go ahead. I'm going to show them the chocolate boat.
There's area control going on the board. I really like it. I really like this game. I like how the worker placement, you put all your workers on and then they fire off from top to bottom. I like games like that. Dominant Species has that same kind of system where you put all your workers on the board and they fire off top to bottom. And the stuff you get at the top can potentially be used for stuff that further on down the list, whatever you want to call it, down to different levels of the worker placement.
Yep. These are the infamous chocolate boats. They really do in person. You can see by the color. They look like, how on Easter you got the chocolate bunnies and stuff.
They look like chocolate boats.
They look like chocolate boats.
And they're like the old school plastic.
Yeah, the old school plastic. So it looks like you could just gnaw on them, which is probably dangerous. Keep these away from your children.
So I love it. It's great. They have this is the original Age of Empires, Age of Discovery, the original version of the game. It's since they lost the rights for Age of Empires, so now it's called Empires Age of Discovery or something like that.
Some lame name. It's Age of Empires, whatever.
It's some other name, but it's a newer version of this. This is the original old 2006.
Yeah, it's April, Corley, mid-April. And then, yes, these coins, they're made out of plastic.
Yeah, the old school plastic coins.
Games. I love
Yeah.
I think this is the only game we have coins like this in.
No,
and they're just fun.
Conquest of the Empire.
Does it have them too? Oh, it's been so long since we played that. I forgot. But yeah, it's fun. And the different player thing, outrageously bright. Look at this. This looks like a hunting vest.
Yeah, we have
orange and like
everything for the original game. All the expansions, all the different
boats.
We have every player
Look how bright
color.
these are. Aren't they
Every
fun?
player
They're just
color.
fun and white.
This is the infamous Tom Vassell version.
Yeah, as you can see by the beat up box.
If you look,
Oh, babe, do it.
we're gonna see if it works.
Yes.
All right, let's try it. When do they freeze?
I don't know. Just now we were putting
See
the
if it
box on.
works.
Okay.
We're testing a new thing to see if we can.
Don't tell them. Just do it.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Needs to. Did it do it?
Nope.
Ah, poop.
Nope.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Hold on. We got this. Darn it. You're good. Is it on?
Yep.
Woo!
All right, we're back.
I gotta climb around all these games. Sorry.
Ollie. All right, so I don't know where we
Is it
ended up.
copyrighted?
What's that?
Is it copyrighted?
I probably.
We'll
But
find out.
It's from like
shortly.
we'll see. We'll find out if we get dinged for it. We'll find out. If we get dinged, who cares? We don't make that much.
I was gonna say, oh no, our millions.
We'll demonetize it. Ooh.
Whoa!
Anyway, that's it. I don't know where we cut off. That's
We're putting the box lid on.
That's the infamous Tom Vassell version of the game. If you go back to his videos from like 10 years ago, and you look up the Age of Empires review, that's the game. So if you look at Dice Tower,
It's so
Age
funny.
of Empires review, and the box.
Actually, I can't go back and look at that because it makes me cringe now. Because he had it smushed and there's games stacked on it, and the lids. That's
Yeah,
why the lids all caved in. And it was
back
like,
back in when he first started doing videos, he stacked his games horizontal, and he would stack them 30, 40 high. So this game got just crushed. And I did at some point I did a montage of him banging and beating the box because one time he was taking and he slammed it under
this is
his
the old one.
arm. What's that?
Oh, she was saying the new title's on the side, and I'm like, no, this is the old one.
Nope.
Yeah, it still says
This
the
is
Age of
ancient,
Discovery.
like 2008 version, something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know when it came out. All right, let's move on.
2007.
2007.
Yep, there you go. That was fun. That was a fun little
to my
segue.
number
to
5, the penultimate 9.
Interesting.
That is a Coloma.
Oh, that's over here.
Finally played Coloma.
Yes.
I've been wanting to play this game forever. I really, 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 really like Coloma. I like how it worked. It's kind of got a.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's kind of got a simultaneous action selection system.
Yeah.
It's one of those games where if you're the only one that pick a specific action, you get kind of a bonus. If multiple people pick the same action, you get a lesser version of that action. It's got a cool magnetic little wheel that goes around that basically shows which action is the active action. It's got like almost like a kind of almost mini games all the different actions have a region of the board which you're doing things in that region. It's got some resource management. It's got
it all.
It's a great little Euro game. It plays in
60 to 90 minutes.
60 minutes for 2 players. A little more it plays solo as well. Unfortunately, this game is crazy, ridiculously out of print. You can only get it secondhand, which is how I got it. There's rumors it's coming back in a year or 2, but who knows? The designer's trying to get the rights back and get a new publisher to publish it. Can't forget his name. What's his name? Johnny Pack, the famous Johnny Pack. Isn't that a great designer name? Johnny Pack. More of a football player's name. But anyway, I love it. It's a great one. I'm glad I got a hold of it. I got a good deal on it. There's a deluxe version that's out there. Right. I didn't get the deluxe version because the price for the deluxe version is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
So I got the base game, which is good enough.
Oh, it's great. This was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I want to play it again soon, honestly. So, wow.
Coloma. All right.
That's good stuff.
The last of the 9s.
This? This?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was about to smack.
I didn't play that game. You played it.
Oh, hence I see now how this works.
This is yeah. You fell for the back of the box trick. You got to look at the front. The back is meaningless, as I've told everyone.
Oh, it's jinxed, Coraloo.
All right, so this is like almost a 10. If Paul wouldn't have annihilated me at this game, it would probably be no, I'm just kidding.
That was funny. That was funny.
Paul, the infamous Paul.
He's a monster.
Came in
He's a monster.
Cleaned house at this game. So
Goose game.
He just, as they say, took us by behind the shed and gave us a butt whooping. He just kicked us up and down the
curb,
the pyramid.
He gets up and down the pyramid.
Dog is the
euphemism for something.
Is the latest and greatest of the Eric Lang hybrid attacky Euro-y trilogy. Love this one.
It was a lot of fun.
I think I enjoy it. I enjoyed we played for the full. I think it's 5 is the most you can play. Yeah, we played. We played the full player count. Worked really well.
Awesome.
I think I like it best at 2, to be honest. I like
it was a lot of fun at 2.
I really liked how the 2-player version of the game worked, but it worked well with 5.
It was a lot of fun.
Love it.
I like it at both player counts, to be honest.
Crazy overproduced, crazy miniatures.
But that's part of the fun.
I love this game. It's my favorite of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers if you're watching my top 100. It's my favorite of the 3. This one doesn't quite make a 10 just because I wish it worked as well at higher player counts as it does at the 2-player.
I think I don't remember if you said it on a video or which one you talked about, like the player count depends, like which game of the series depends on the player count, which one you would pick to play.
Right, Ankh I'd play 2-player, Blood Rage I'd play with 3 and 4, and Rising Sun I'd play with
the
5.
max, yeah.
So that's just my personal opinion.
You are the Pharaoh, Paul.
I really, 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 really like this game. It is awesome.
Yep. So there you go.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the 10s. The 10s. Perfect 10s.
I'm running out of room.
Perfect 10s.
I'm not going to be able to leave the table.
My number 3.
Stacking them.
My number 3. Number 3 is. Yes.
I don't know if I can lift this. I'm just kidding. If I get into that kind of shape, y'all.
Dwellings of Eldervale.
I'm exhausted just looking.
Played this again over the Christmas break, and I just love this game.
We've had so much fun with this.
Another one that's crazy overproduced, but who cares? I love it anyway. I like how the everything works in this game. How the area control works, how your workers work, how the resource management. You can go on little adventures. You can go up all these tracks. All kinds of different ways to get victory points. You convert your workers into dwellings, and that gives you potentially bonuses and points at the end of the game, but you lose that ability to use that worker as a worker. So you got to kind of make a choice. When am I switching gears and making dwellings versus making workers? Because as you make more and more workers, they get more and more expensive to make. So just a lot of great choices. Every race is unique in this game. I think there is right here 16 different factions that you can play in this game. Every one of them has slightly different powers. And
so far we've tried several different kinds. We've tried different kinds each time.
I think we played 4 each so far.
I think so, and it's been a blast.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
Love this game. We haven't played it more than 2. I really want to try it with more, but it plays great 2-player. The map size is dependent on the number of players, like a lot of these games are. It's awesome. Love it. We got the crazy, legendary,
overproduced,
monster,
beyond ridiculous,
noise-making bases version of the game.
And gosh darn it, we're gonna burn those batteries by playing with those monsters all the time. If we get a monster, they don't shut up. It's great. I mean,
it's best is when you get to move the monsters around.
I think the kids are probably glad we don't play this more. Because we'd be in here going,
I love this game. It is awesome. Awesome production. Awesome game. Awesome everything.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Aww.
You have anything to add?
Play this game.
There you go.
With us.
All right, let's move on to my number 2.
What?
Took me like 20 years to get this game played, but I finally got to play it, and I love it. It is one of my new favorites. Die Mocker.
Die
Mocker.
Poor Mocker. I feel bad for him.
Mocker.
This is so good.
I love this game.
Surprisingly good.
I've played it at 5 and 3 now, and I've heard tons of complaints about the 3-player version is horrible. I enjoyed it just fine 3-player.
Well, it was fun.
There wasn't as much interaction and stuff going on, and wasn't kind of as chaotic at 5, which is some people would like it to be less chaotic. Some people like all the craziness going on.
Yep.
Worked just fine 3-player. Really like this game. It's dry. It's dry theme, dry thing, but I love the auctioning and the trading and it's just I love this game.
Zachy just said most interesting theme ever. You know, when you were describing the theme and I looked at the board, it reminded me of in Star Wars when they have their intergalactic council, and I'm like, oh boy, Yawn Central, just like
look at that board.
Look at that.
Does that do something for you?
Thrilling.
Anyway, so if you don't know, this is about the German election system. So
that didn't sell you on it. Nothing will, right?
I love it.
The theme, but it's actually better than it sounds.
It flows super smooth.
It does.
There's tons of interesting choices. The choices that you make in the first round that have ramifications throughout the entire game. You got to switch gears constantly, revise how your policies and things. So you're constantly got to be on your toes to what other players are doing. It's got a budgeting thing. So if you like games like Power Grid, where you have to kind of manage your money, like you got so much money to spend on this and this and this, and you have to kind of budget out your money for each year or the election. I guess it's a year or a month or whatever it is. Each region election, you have to budget out your money for it because you get all your income at the end.
Yeah, that was like 5 years or something, I think.
Is it years?
I thought so. I want to say.
Or is it rounds? I think it's just rounds. It's
years.
Just different elections.
I'm saying it's years.
It's years. Election does not take years.
No, it's different elections.
Yeah, but it doesn't take years. Can you imagine if an election took years? Anyway. Love this game. Anyway. It is awesome. I'm so glad I got to play it, and I'm even happier that it plays well with 3 players. So
yeah, it was cool. Tommy lost this, right? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I annihilated you guys.
Wow. Hubris much?
Hey, come here. Let's look at the scores.
Oh, gross. I forgot we keep those in there. Gross.
Final score.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's probably bad.
Tommy, 132. Hunter, 138. Rebecca, 149.
What?
I completely forgot she won.
I did.
She didn't want me to read the scores and she won. That's funny. Get out of here.
I'm a sneaky voter.
And my favorite game of all the games I played in the last 5 weeks is another game I'm playing in the World Series of Board Gaming, and that is Dune Imperium. So we got to play with the deluxe components. They are awesome.
I am the Chancellor of Germany.
I love this game.
How do you feel about
so much? I love this game. I love this game so much.
It is really fun.
Love. This is like a 10.5. This game was made for me. I know the theme isn't strong, but I like the theme. I like the area control, the attacky bits. I like the worker placement. I like the deck building. I like going up on tracks. I like the race for victory points. It's just fun. It's like all the stuff I like in games all mixed together.
Julio says, meh, Dune ain't no dwellings. Fighting words, Julio.
They're really close. Actually, Dune and dwellings are pretty close together.
They are really.
But love this game. I'm so excited to play it. Hoping in the World Series I actually win a few rounds because I really want to
play it more.
Lots of times. But I'm going to play this game probably 50 times between now and September.
Better get cracking.
I'll play. I told you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up a 4-player game, and I'm gonna play solo 4 players and try different strategies and make notes on what strategies worked and don't work. Although I think I've got a pretty good strategy because when we played last time we played, I was way behind for most of the game, and then I just rocketed up to win the game. And I think I've got a pretty good strategy, but we'll see.
Oh, it's on now.
It's on. I think I have a pretty good strategy.
Man, it's great. There's a fight in the chat now. They're like going at it, fisticuffs with Dune and dwellings and Arnax thrown in there. They're all like.
Are they talking about the Dune?
Which is better?
Dune Imperium? Or are they talking about Dune? I
think they were saying Imperium. Dune. I don't know. They're all fighting it out.
This is the deck building worker placement one.
I don't know.
Love it. My favorite game I played in the last 5 weeks.
Sorry, lady.
Awesome game. Awesome.
So how do you feel about this game again?
It is awesome.
I almost took it in time.
Awesome.
Yes, good job, dude. Imperial.
That's it
game.
for the ones I played. Now Rebecca played 4 games without me, so in no particular order, you can discuss them.
Okay. I only see 3 here.
One of them you do not own.
Don't.
You want to do that one first?
Sure. Because, things and stuff. What game
She
was that?
played this game without me.
What game did I play without you?
Oh, not that.
What? That's not that. I can't even see. What'd you do?
Huh. That's funny.
You broke it.
No.
No, I played Furnace with you.
Where is it? What is it? Where? Did I not load it up? I don't know.
Just tell me what the stupid game was.
It's called Caper.
Oh, yeah. Caper. That was
I loaded that. Did I not? I must not have saved the button after I
I guess you
did it.
didn't save it.
I'll go ahead and talk about it. I'll load it up.
Okay, brain. Oh, man. I need to see. I'm a
This is
visual
the
memory.
The figuring out a crime game that you played.
Yeah, you figure out a crime.
I know more about it. I didn't even play it. Where is it?
I know, and I do remember it, but I'm really bad at explaining because, I'm a very visual person on that stuff. So unless I've played it a lot, I don't remember it super well. But yeah, it's a little kind of.
Sorry, I'm right up in the camera.
2-player only. Yeah, it's a 2-player only game. Really cute little game. Yeah, those little green things. I love that. Oh, you see, you do have it.
No, I just pulled it up.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. This was a surprisingly fun game. I wasn't sure. Sometimes with those little tiny games, sometimes you're like, it's going to be
you're
kind of
stealing stuff. Remember,
you go through and
it's
actually,
like battle line.
Yeah. You're stealing stuff out of buildings and stuff. It was
It
fun.
was like battle line to me. You were putting cards on each side of each other. And
Yeah, and you collect stuff, and it's sit down. You're making me nervous.
Sorry, I couldn't. My bad vision. I can't
He's
see.
blind. But yeah, that's right, Tommy. That's the one. We always call it the Ocean's 11. You're sneaking in and stealing stuff, and you have to have this elaborate plan, and you've got to have the right equipment. You're putting equipment and gear, and it is kind of battle line-esque because you've got to have the right and best equipment and people, and there are bonus cards. I put down one card that was the more people at this location, the better, the more points you get, kind of thing, and the more successful you'll be. But there's also a maximum number of people that you could put at each spot. So you have to strategize who you want to put where, because they're all different. They have unique abilities or things. It was a cute game. I had a lot of fun with that. So it's along those lines. If you like Lost Cities and Battle Line and stuff where you're doing a little strategic placement of cards and stuff, it's got a fun theme to it, and really enjoyed that. So yeah, it's cute. Ocean's 12. Yeah, exactly.
All right, now you got 3 over there to talk about.
All right, next up, I'm just going to grab what's closest to me. The Crew. We, let's see, it was Nick, I think, had never played The Crew. And we're like, oh, this cannot be. We must fix that. So we played several rounds of The Crew, and it's a fun game. I love trick-taking games. I'm not the most brilliant person at it, so I'm sure they wanted to murder me several times, but it's just fun. Sometimes it takes me a second to click on, the strategy for this round's a little bit different. No, I haven't seen him tonight. Oh, okay. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I still think, especially after playing this, I like the newest one, the Mission Deep Sea.
I think we'll probably end up getting that one and axing this one.
I think it's going to replace this one. But this one's fun too if you have this one, or we're thinking about it, because it's got the list of the games and the strategies, and you can actually log your missions and keep track of them. We printed out the little mission thing and the tasks so that we could check them off and not mark up all of our stuff and whatever. But it's a nice, cute little easy to transport box. You can play. No, Hunter did not play this with us. He was learning the rules to a different game.
A different game. I was learning. What was I learning?
It would be a crew cut if
I was setting up. I was setting up.
One of the big games. Dune. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's light and kind of breezy because, again, you just have little goals you're making. So you can do one round. You could do a whole bunch of rounds. Just try to accomplish these little missions. And I mean, you could even, this is small enough to transport, but you could probably put this in a baggie and throw it in something because it was really just so small and perfect. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun game. But yeah, if if you played through all of this, get Mission Deep Sea and go for it too. Because I mean, both of these, they play differently enough. Yeah. Like it's a lot of fun. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Love it. The next one, of course, I've talked about this to death. Had finals. So, of course, after finals for my small classes, I always bring out the Deception Murder in Hong Kong. And I actually brought it out to the board game club because the people that were in board game club this year had never played it. Because last time we had played this was like, as I jokingly tell the kids, BC, before COVID. So it was a different batch of kids. So I got to introduce this to a whole new group. And it was fantastic to get it out, get the conversations going, and they get to know their classmates better because they're all collaborating either, with each other against, the murderer and the eyewitness. I mean, the co-conspirator. All of a sudden, I'm like, brain dead. But witness. Not the witness. No. The not the murderer. The Accomplice. Thank you. I couldn't think of the term all of a sudden. But the murderer and the accomplice have to work together or learn how to work together, or you have to cover for the accomplice who's terrible at it. And it's just hilarious. I've got so many plays of this game. And inevitably, it actually happened that we got so popular that several people got really into the game and then wanted to be the forensic scientist. So I actually got to sit down and not be the forensic scientist for a while too. And play, and that was really amusing. So anyway, always a hit. Love that game. Still my most played game, and it just only increases with that. And then last but not least is this cute little tiny game, and I actually can't wait to introduce this to my board gamers. I think they're gonna love this. The little Sherlock 13. It's just a little baby clue game, and it's all cards, so there's no board. It's actually really cute. It's really fast. Because it's just, you have a limited number of people and you got a limited number of like weapons and what's the third thing that you kind of do? There's like objects they have next to them. And so you're getting information, you get some cards of yourselves that have information and you're going to eliminate those on there. And then you're going to see a few things, kind of trade back and forth with the other player. It's 2 to 4 players. I played it 2-player. And so you trade back and forth some information, you use process elimination, and you're just racing each other to figure out the whodunit of this. It's really fast, it's cute and fun, and this would be a great way to introduce people. This is a great welcoming game to deduction stuff and induction in that kind of regard. We're just very, very light on that, though. So super fun little Sherlock 13. Tiny little game. Again, you could put this in it. This, like somebody else was saying about Quiver games. Yeah, it's all just the largest parts to this are the little fold-up little blockades they have for it. So it's pretty cool. But that's it. They were fun.
All right.
All success.
That is it.
That was a lot
for stuff we played.
Of games. That was a lot of games. And it's fun because you guys have been bantering and talking about the games and whatnot, and this is just wonderful.
Let's move on.
What?
All right. New games. So,
more?
We got Floriferous, which we talked about.
We did.
Newton.
Yep.
Which we talked about.
Did that.
Furnace.
Check mark.
Which we talked about. Let's move on to another new games. Where are they? So, I went to Target.
You did.
As they say.
Oui.
Target. I went to Target to get some junk. I'm doing like super spring cleaning early for the house, and I walked by the board game section because Target has one of the best mass market board games.
If they put it in stock.
And I found 2 games that I wanted.
So what?
Firstly, we got Snakes.
On a plane?
Snakes.
Are they on a plane though?
Snakes.
They're not on a plane? No Samuel L. Jackson.
Snakes. So I saw this played on the Dice Tower, I think Winter Spectacular.
Yeah.
Played it.
Yeah.
It is a trivia game with a trader. And I'm like,
yes.
Trivia game with a trader.
It's on. That sounds wonderful.
So basically you have a really obscure trivia question. There's 3 answers to the question. The trader knows the correct answer. The person who's has to pick which answer he thinks is correct, and everyone around the table is giving them their opinions to which they think is the correct answer.
That's fantastic.
And obviously the trader's trying to
skew everything,
guide you away from the right answer. So, and basically he listens to everyone's opinion. He picks whether he's right or which one's the right answer. If he gets it right, he gets a point. I don't know how the scoring works. He gets a point, and then if he gets it wrong, the trader gets a point. That's beautiful. I don't know. But anyway, I love trivia games. I love hidden trader games, and this gives me the best.
Corlou does have a question, and I do. You know, you were doing spring cleaning, and you went to go buy more junk at Target.
Storage stuff. Storage.
I just like how you call the storage and organization stuff junk. That was great.
Organization stuff for the junk. The junk goes either in the trash or it goes into a nice storage container.
You should be like an advocate for like the Container Store, like be their poster child, because you're so good at like boxing everything up, making it look how cute.
Yes, basically, we were just throwing stuff in closets, and now it looks wonderful.
Expert.
So there you go. Snakes.
You're on fire tonight.
All right.
Snakes.
Next up. I want to play that on the plane. Llama Land. Wait, I'm doing Target first.
Oh, you took away my llama. Oh.
A little wordy.
Okay, what's up with this? You got a word game?
I did get a word game.
I'm terrified.
So this is from the people who made Exploding Kittens.
Oh,
it's called A Little Wordy.
Oh, dear.
It is a 2-player word game. So the way I understand the way it plays is you're giving a bunch of random letters and you secretly create a word. It's a competitive. It's not cooperative. Competitive. So basically I create a word out of those letters. Then the other person gets the same letters and they have to try to figure out, deduce what word I picked out of those letters. And there's cards on the table that give them clues, but they're worth different points. So maybe it costs a point to know one of the letters in the word, or maybe it costs 3 points to know the first letter of the word.
Oh my gosh.
So you're spending points by picking these cards to help you get the information you need to get the word.
That sounds like fun, but are we going to kill each other?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
So you basically, you're trying to minimize the amount of points you spend to figure out the other person's word.
Okay.
So,
okay. Fair.
So there you go.
Yes.
So like there's the business bird. It says, I'd like to buy a vowel. I don't know what that means. Then you got the catter pigeon. How long is the word? So you get it's 3 points to know how many letters are in the word. 1 point, what's the last letter? So stuff like that. Looks interesting. The reason I liked it is because it's competitive.
I can't imagine.
Cooperative.
You're so good at cooperative games.
All right, let's go back to my llama land. I jumped the gun.
This is a heavy euro, right?
Llama land. I like this better than she did.
It's cute. I like this game.
I really enjoyed it.
Okay,
this may be one of my favorite Phil Walker Harding games.
What?
I wouldn't say my favorite, but I'm better forgetting one that I really love.
What does it Brothers Murph always say? Praise be.
Praise be. So Llama Land is kind of a stacking polyomino style game similar to Gingerbread House
and Barron Park.
But you're building like these little hills, and you put the llamas on the hills, and you're basically doing kind of collecting resources and use those resources to buy victory point cards, and there's extra points you can get based on how you position your different llamas. Maybe you need to have like 4 llamas on level 4, or one llama has to be 13 spaces away from another llama. So you have this kind of wackadoodle
map thing going on, right? Yeah.
I loved it. It was fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I really got into it. So I got it.
It's cute. And the little llamas are adorable. It's just a really cute
little llamas.
If you ever play with the Dice Tower library, Tom like crazy blinged out this game.
They normally had cardboard chips for components. He had like real little pieces, little corn, not real corn, but little tiny,
real actual corn.
Little tiny plastic corns and little tiny plastic potatoes.
It was adorable.
It was really cool.
It was really cute, and I really did enjoy it too. I think it's got a lot of the same. Like to me, it reminds me a lot, like you said, and actually is Barron Park and Gingerbread House. Like you can see it in this game, but it brings a new flair to it, and I think
I like it better than both of those. So. And we have both of those in our collection, so it made sense to get this
really like the art and the way Barron Park works, but I think, as far as the game goes, this would probably be a more solid game.
Llamas are cooler than bears. Yes. I said it. I've spoken.
I'm going to have to agree to disagree.
Last of the new games is one that Rebecca enjoyed more than I did.
It's true, surprisingly.
King Domino Origins.
This is the King Domino, all the others killer to me.
Yeah, this one may have done the other ones in. So I really enjoyed it. We got to play this at Board Game GeekCon. I really enjoyed it. And like she said, it's my favorite version between Queen Domino, and this one. This is my favorite of the three.
Yeah, I really like those other games. Don't get me wrong, of course, and they're great welcoming games. But I feel like this one you can play at different levels with it.
And there's three different versions within the box. That
Three different versions. Three different levels. So it's one of those things where you can really still make this a complete welcoming game. You want to kick it up a notch, you can do that and just feel like full gamer mode, gamer. It's got that in there too. And it's just like, it's all in one box. It does a lot of fun things and some little new twists.
And it's super cheap because I paid $25 US and that was the friendly local game store price. So I bet you can find this for $20 online or less.
Yep.
Depending on where you are, obviously.
Right.
I love it. It's great. It may have killed those other games because King Domino is too simplistic, in my opinion.
Well, of course, you, Mr. Heavy.
Queen Domino adds more, but it's kind of convoluted. This one's very straightforward in how it plays. It adds more without adding a lot of extra junk.
Yeah, it's less clunky that way. Yes, I agree. Is that it now?
No.
What?
We're going to end the show with
some
unboxings.
Skeeters.
So I got some pre-orders in the mail and I got a Kickstarter. We're gonna do that one second.
This one second?
I don't know why I put it on top.
Why did you do that to me? I'm surrounded by
we got some pre-orders that came
boxes for days.
Like I pre-ordered them like months and months and months ago.
I just love how there's like no notice.
And one of the Kickstarters, my oldest Kickstarter, the one that was the oldest one, came in. So my oldest Kickstarter and 2 pre-orders came in.
What in the world?
This is the pre-orders. These are 2 games that I am crazy excited for. One of them I played, and one of them I have not played.
Uh-oh, spoilers for me. Still doesn't help me guess.
One is...
Give us clues, give us clues.
One is a Civil Civ style game.
Okay.
The other one is a
You ready?
tea game.
We have a... Oh, that's a lie. It's not one of those. It's something else. Okay, now you've confused me. It's probably about tea or something. Is it chai?
No.
Oh.
You want chai? I can get chai.
Oh, for some reason I thought we already had this.
No.
It is a tea game. It's Tabanusi. Whoa, sorry.
Oh, hello.
Oh no, I broke the internet.
Oh, hello. Tabanusi. So we've talked about this one. This is we played it at Dice Tower Retreat, and I'm really excited about this one. This may be
maybe our fave.
Maybe our favorite tea game, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right, and then this.
This is a new one.
Okay. Oh, this is the one with the aliens, right?
Yes.
Is this the? It's the aliens game.
All right, hold on. Let's do this.
I can't wait to meet our alien overlords.
Let's do this.
So the aliens have taken over, guys. They're helping us. They're taking over, and
we got to play this before next Tuesday. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it.
We built this city with aliens.
This is one of the ones.
Okay.
This one and the previous one were both on my anticipated games. So I gotta get.
Okay.
Gotta get.
So what's the theme of this again now? So
it's a Civ
what
game.
if the wildest stories of humanity's first steps were true? What if it was a mighty and benevolent spacefaring civilization that gave us the push to start on a road to greatness? What if it was our drive to... Yes. You know what? The aliens are cool, and yes, they're going to help us.
It's a play on that whole theory that aliens helped us build the pyramids and helped the Incans and the Egyptians and the Chinese and all those.
I totally just said that. Ooh, I see colored bits, colored dice. I see colored little wooden bits. I want to see the board. Give me the board. Give me that board. Oh gosh, there's stuff to cut out. Oh, you're gonna have fun punching.
There's always punching.
There's always punching. You love punching. Oh, hey guys, a normal-sized board. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do with that anymore. Wow, this looks nice and straightforward and still pretty. Already winning in my book. I cannot wait to play this.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
Because
I'm excited. I've been excited about
everything
this one.
cool.
I missed the Kickstarter somehow for this. I think it was Kickstarter. Maybe it wasn't ever Kickstarted, but I missed the pre-orders and all that stuff. And
Yep.
It's finally coming out. It's finally out. It's finally here.
That'd
I'm
be
very
awesome.
excited. Crazy excited about
Yes.
this one. It's got a cool mechanism where you're drafting getting these tiles, and you put them in kind of a tableau. And if you put 4 tiles adjacent to each other, it has a little spot to put a die. And that die like activates superpowers based on the color it is.
Activate superpowers. Yes, I can imagine that we're gonna have a lot of sound effects for this game. Oh, we got an extra baggie. Look at you.
And then, last but not least, the Kickstarter, my oldest Kickstarter.
It's like Christmas. Your
my
oldest Kickstarter. Exploding
finally got here.
kittens? No, I don't even.
Exploding kittens.
What scares me is I can't even imagine what that could be, because that means it's probably like 2 years old or something. This oldest Kickstarter you have.
It was supposed to come out last spring, maybe?
Good heavens. Okay. Sounds exciting. What's up, peeps? You ready for this? You ready for this? Okay. Sorry, I know I'm decapitated. Oh! You guys! Card sleeves! Okay, I'm kidding. But what is exciting? Merchants of the Dark Road. Oh, you got all sorts of nerdy stuff. Look at this. All these boxes. This is just coin pouches for metal coins. And here is the beast itself. Here, Smokey, have a box. Here we go. Merchants of the Dark Road. You're sneaking along a dark road and you're selling stuff. The game.
Kind of.
Isn't that what it is?
You gotta see these coins.
Oh, and you grabbed it. I was gonna see. I saw the middle coins. These are cool. This looks cool, you guys.
Look at the coins.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, hold up. You guys got to see this. We need to set it up, make that stupid thing work so we can zoom in on our.
It was freezing
bits
us
again.
like crazy.
I know it was freezing us like crazy, but it was so cool to be able to show pieces up close. We gotta work on that. Oh, these are ridiculous. I don't. Okay. This is ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. These are so cool. Okay, so a white box. Here it is. Look at that. It's a funky shape. No, but you can see the color. It's got a hole in the middle and it's got a funky shape, and they're painted.
They're
It's
like
really cool.
really thick metal
Really thick.
coins.
But those are different. And then these have bees on them. And these are coppery colored. They're really pretty. See if I can, my big old fingers here. You can see it on the background here. Look at that. Aren't those cool?
I can't see anything.
They can see it, sort of.
The
don't have a
coins
thing
are
fixed.
awesome.
They're ridiculous. And then the 10, this is the 10 denomination. And look at the shape. I just love this. And the two sides are really cool.
A bee and a candle.
It's got the 10, and then on the other side, it's got like a queen, and it's two-tone coloration. You see that?
These coins
Look at these
are
shapes.
awesome.
Aren't these great? These are fun.
And they
So if
wonder
you're
why
nerd
it
out
took
on
2
coins-
years to make.
Okay, now come on. 2 years is a bit much too. I'm sorry. I mean, what were they doing? Individually painting this with their
Anyway,
teeth?
Merchant of the Dark Road. It's a Euro game. You got these little wagons that it's got some dice going on, but the wagon, you have like a little storage compartment in your wagon, and you have almost like Tetris pieces. If I recall right, you have a little Tetris in little pieces. You can choose to do merchanting and selling in the city, but you can also go out in the dark road and get crazy points, but it's dangerous to do that.
The coins are ridiculous.
Coins are awesome. Anyway, I'm looking really forward to playing that game. So basically, we got to knock out Origins and Dark Road this weekend because
Sorry, people, got plans.
transition time. Next week, 1 week from tonight, we're revisiting my 2021 most anticipated
Oh,
games.
that's going to be fun. Yes.
And if we get both of those played, we'll have over half the games of the 20 I played. But so we'll talk about those. We'll talk about where the other ones are kind of in process, where they are in shipping or production or whatever. And then 2 weeks from tonight, 2022 most anticipated.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that one.
Not including the ones that didn't
Are
make
delays?
That
Okay.
didn't make it this year.
Okay.
All new stuff.
There you go.
And my top 100 of all time is going on today.
Some of you already watched
My
it. I saw.
90 to 81 went up.
Very
so
cool.
every Tuesday and Thursday, we're going to be releasing new videos.
That's
and
true.
then at the end, live top 10. That's probably 3 weeks from tonight. I'm guessing is live top 10.
It's gonna be exciting.
That they say is that. We went crazy late. Thanks for sticking around.
That was fun, guys. And you guys were on fire
The chat
tonight.
was crazy.
You guys are wonderful and hilarious.
Crazy.
Yes. And Corley, you're right. Given all the craziness going on with delays and whatnot, actually, we really did get it in a fairly timely manner. Given all stuff going on. It's just crazy.
I have no complaints. It's everything. Shipping is just crazy right now.
Yep.
It's crazy. So I have sympathy.
Oh my gosh.
Sympathy for them. Their situation.
Having to deal with it. Yeah.
Because a lot of them are losing money because the shipping's so expensive. They're eating what?
I'm sorry, new troll just dropped right at the end as we're like saying our goodbyes and stuff. It's like Hunter's 90 to 81 is better than Rebecca's 90 to 1. Ban hammer. Where's that button?
I don't think I have a ban hammer. I have this button.
You need to have a.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
You're like, if we're gonna get banned, let's do it right.
All right, we'll see you 1 week from tonight for revisiting our 2021 most anticipated.
You guys are amazing. It's been wonderful. Stay safe. See you soon.
Bye. Where's the button?
No, push the button.
This one.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Click subscribe to join our wonderful viewer community.
Want to be notified when we upload a new video or go live? Click on the little bell below.